The Celtics were up 11 with 6 minutes to go, and it was timed perfect for me to get home at 9:30, like at 9:35, and then knock this out. And instead, they go to overtime and fucking they lose at least. So at least I get the gratification that the Celtics let me down and they let their fans down. So there is that at least.
Your team lost. Caleb's team lost. My team's up.
And my team is, let's just bottom out, guys. But welcome to the Charity Stripe commentary. This is Sean, one of your hosts tonight. I'm joined by Trey and Marcus, as you heard. Both of them taking glory in the Celtics fans' loss and misery from tonight. But, that's what happens sometimes in the NBA. The Celtics can't be perfect, and Maz will never win Coach of the Year. Let's just get that out of the way. We've got a few things to talk tonight. Let's start off on a good note. Let's start off with Marcus's Heat. Let's start off on the highs. We'll get the good stuff out of the way while Marcus is still coherent right now. So, Trey, how have you felt about the Heat this season, how they've started?
I mean, I feel like Bam has really taken a leap to a better level. I feel like he's assisting more on things, and that might just be the NBA's evolution as a whole, like overall with the big man creating, just being more comfortable. But the Heat have been doing it for a while. That's really what I've noticed. Jimmy, he seems to be shooting a little bit more, being a little bit more involved and active earlier in the regular season than we're used to. But for me, Bam has been the big sticking point. The thing I wrote down for Bam is that he's shooting 76% at the rim, which is super high for him as an undersized center. And I think he's the guy that is shining in Miami right now. Marcus, you watch more Heat than I do, though. So what are you seeing?
I think it's a lot of things. I think it's number one that we actually have a competent backup in Thomas Bryant, and I think that getting rid of the corpse of Dwayne Dedmon really helps us out in having the offseason of having Bam not feeling like he has to do every single thing from the interior defensive position. I think must be very liberating. Also, about I gotta give a shout out to Sean, because Sean was higher on Jaime than I ever was. So when I'm watching him in motion, I was like, the space, the poise, and like the maturity of his game, it's all exciting to see. It's kind of hard to watch. It's kind of hard to watch him play and be like, yo, this man is a rookie. He just seems so much more mature.
That's what college does for you. You play at college for a number of years and you're ready to go in the NBA. You're not paying someone millions of dollars to make the mistakes. No. They are now in college though, actually, to be honest, but you're getting the shoe companies and other companies to make those payments for you. Whereas as the university, you don't have to pay anything and you get all the revenue.
Was he an upperclassman coming out?
Yeah, he played 4 years at UCLA. Like, he looked different every single year, and he just got better and better. And Mick Cronin loves defense, so that's why he fit into the Heat culture as well. He can create and he can play defense. That's basically, he's going to be Jimmy for Jimmy during the regular season.
The poor man's Jimmy.
Yeah.
I mean,
which is not a bad thing.
No.
They're doing their regular thing. So defensively, they're fourth in free throw rate, so they're not fouling. They're not giving up free throws. And they're seventh in offensive free throw rate. So, like, that's not top 5 or anything, but that's still pretty high for a team that I don't feel like is, other than Jimmy, draws a lot of fouls. The other little tidbit I've got, what do Lowry, Butler, Duncan, and Hero all have in common this year?
Just take a random guess.
They play for the Heat.
Damn.
They are all shooting above 40% from 3.
God damn it. God damn. I should have trusted my gut. I should have trusted my fucking gut. Fuck.
That's
pretty wild.
I know Jimmy's at like an egregious percent, like at 48 or something like that. It was Tyler that really was throwing me off though, but he also is having like a really like productive year as well, all things considered.
Damn.
The only other thing that stuck out to me digging into the numbers, like when I went into their lineup data, Lowry being present in pretty much all of their positive lineups, and their most like played lineups that are negatives, he wasn't present. So it seems like having that point guard who just organizes everything and makes sure all of the spacing is right, and so Bam and Jimmy can do their things, makes a difference. But I don't know. It was weird to me that Lowry was the name that stuck out.
I'm just saying, Trey, if you get him in a trade, just know he would be the veteran leadership your team is desperately craving for.
I mean, he makes a lot of money, and the Bulls are getting ready to blow it up. I love how you mentioned like your rookie, and earlier I tried to get you to give me all I wanted was your rookie for Levine, and you're just like, nope, can't do it.
Sorry, bud. And you know, and we have a really bad track record of rookies in South Florida, like egregiously bad. Like starting back from like as far as I can remember, like Michael Beasley, and our last good rookie was like what, Kendrick Nunn. So other than Tyler Hero, because they were in the same draft class, but even with all that being said, I couldn't do it. I'm like, you could have anything else. But you can't have the Hawk.
Oh, is that the nickname in the area?
No, I just threw it out, but I'm rocking with it.
I like it.
We got to get a bird soundbite for
that. We'll get you on it, Trey, for that. But yeah, no, exactly. It's hilarious. I love that Marcus. He heard all these great things about how well Lowry's playing, and he knew. Now's the perfect time to trade him. It's not going to last forever.
So high, baby. So
high. It's going to have to last until at least December 15th because I don't see Zach getting traded until more players are able to be moved. Really, I don't think it'll happen until January 15th because then you can trade everyone that signed. But like the Lakers with D'Angelo Russell and Jared Vanderbilt and pieces like they can't be traded until January 15th. So they can't even be considered given serious offers until then. So for me, I think it's going to go on a lot longer than people think. With it going public now, like everybody knows, okay, the Bulls are finally going to blow it up. Time to blow it up. But I think it's going to take a little while we wait on players just to be eligible to be traded.
I mean, I think that the whole James Harden debacle really shows that you don't really have to be in a rush to move your asset to get a fair value in the market. So to piggyback off what you're saying, Trey, like if it were, wow, that's my face real super duper close. I was not prepared for that. No, but I think you're absolutely right. And Zach LaVine's a great player. I think DeMar DeRozan's a great player. I think that as we see in the Alex Caruso is a hot commodity. So they're not going to be really rushing to move it because it's not like the situation's going to get any more toxic than it already is, you know?
I think also making it public also, if somebody wants to get him before January 15th, knowing that in January 15th, you've got the Lakers and everybody coming, you might get somebody to overpay and provide more draft picks just to get him early.
Yeah, it would have to be like a blow them away type of offer, but
like
I think the Bulls are going to move everybody. I can't imagine they move Zach and they don't move DeMar. Vooch might stick around just because he's a playmaker, so he at least helps the other guys get involved, develop a little bit. Whereas DeMar and Zach, they're vacuums. They're just ice. You know, they're usage vacuums, and without having someone who can command an offense and force things to get moving, it's we see what's happened in Chicago. I'm glad that at least it's finally out there and he's on the move. When he signed the offer sheet for Sacramento for like 60 million, 20 million a year, I said back then I wanted to pack his bags for him and to take him to the bus. And it worked. The Bulls matched and it worked out fine. He got his max contract. He earned it. And now it's time to go compete for a title on a third team. Like we all knew that this is how this was going to go. It just had to play out.
It's crazy. It's so funny though, because as a Bulls fan, you must be very frustrated. Like, if only in your mind, your front office is like, who could have seen this coming? And you're like, every fucking body could have seen this coming. You're like, me.
I mean, yeah. So I'm still that guy who's like, they're a fringe contender with Lonzo. Given that ownership sucks, they weren't going to let them spend a bunch of money. The fact that they were able to build a fringe pseudo contender in, again, like the Miami Heat vein, like if you get really lucky, you might be able to make a finals run type of team. I think they built that with Lonzo if all of the stars aligned. So I can't be too mad at them for having this, but to me, you just have to think the offers weren't there for Zach and for DeMar. Because why else would you keep it together this long?
I personally think it was just the optimism of I was just waiting for Lonzo to come back, because the ceiling with Lonzo is so high that it's kind of like, damn, let's not wait. Let's just wait a little bit. Let's just wait a little bit. And then waiting a little bit turns into 2 years.
Well, if I was behind closed doors and that was the case, then I would tell them they're fucking idiots and they should have moved. Like, no, for me, it was, you had to be shopping them. You had to see what the offers were before. And well,
listen, no matter how you chalk it up, it's a shitty situation as a Bulls fan. No matter what, you're getting cucked. You're getting fucked with no lube. So, I mean, it all depends on, do you want to get dinner first, or do you just want to be like, oh no?
I mean, are we? There's a market for Zach LaVine and that contract.
Yeah.
Marcus says that this is bad for the Bulls. I disagree. I think this is great for the Bulls, because what do we want? Zach to play another year and a half for the Bulls, maybe have another knee injury, and then be stuck with a negative contract? At least right now, he has positive value.
Let me rephrase my point. It's not that I think it's a bad thing. I just think that this would have been a lot better, a lot sooner, rather than waiting until 2023. That this is a conversation. This actually should have happened ideally in 2022. Last season would have been the prime time, rather than going through it at this point and having it be blown up to the point where you're having your players only meeting on the first game after the first game.
I mean, I agree, but again, to me, that's like hindsight's 2020. What were the offers back then for like? I don't remember us ever getting on a podcast and talking about there being serious offers for Zach.
Right.
But no, like I agree. I would have loved them to have signed him to that big contract. It got to December 15th last year, and then done the Blake Griffin sign you to the contract, then immediately ship you out as soon as the language allows. But for me, I'm not as frustrated, I think, because again, it had to play out. He had to get the contract. They had to sign it. They had to wait till December 15th. And I don't think there was a market for him last year like there is this year. And I mean, we might get off here and go look, and I might be wrong, but for me, I'm just happy that they're moving on. I'm relieved it's over. Even it's that relationship that's been dead for 6 months, and it's dead. Mm. Yeah, it sucks that it didn't end 6 months ago, but just thank fucking God it's over.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Both of you are making excellent points. We would have loved to have seen this earlier. I think best time was, like you said, last December, because you go on that run 2 years ago but it kind of falls apart with the Lonzo injuries and everything like that. And you need to make the money back, then you need to sell. But that ownership is rough, absolutely rough. They lucked into Jordan, and that's the only reason they have those titles. They would have never signed a Jordan or anything like
that. Well, I wanted to hit the Thunder before we jump off here. I know this is a late one, but how insanely good have the Thunder been? I know that Sean is out on Chet, or what? Who is it? Sean Bradley? You called him?
He's the Sean Bradley. Sean Bradley. Yes.
But Marcus and myself.
I've never seen Sean Bradley hit a pull up game winner from 3 like that.
Well, I think that was just a tie. So, it wasn't quite a game winner, but how fucking unreal was that shot?
Yeah, thank you. I think we're talking about the wrong thing right now. I'm like, you're worried about like semantics.
Oh, I just wanted to be an asshole. No, that unreal. Absolutely just. And SGA, all of it. What I write down for them. Oh, they're dominating by shooting threes. Not quite like your Heat with the free throws, but Isaiah Joe's shooting 51%. Chet and Dort are both shooting 47%. Chet's even shooting 48% from above the break threes. So like all those pick and pop threes, he's shooting 48% from them. They're the best three-point shooting team in the league at 41% for the team. And they are third on the defensive side. They only give up 33% on their on the other team's three-point attempts. So they make three-pointers and they force teams to miss the other ones. So that's a recipe for success.
Every stat you drop just seems like a boulder dropping on Sean.
It's only really the Chet part that I didn't think would be where it is right now. I love OKC. I thought they were going to do really well. I thought SGA was going to take a step up and lead this team. And those stats check out that Trey's throwing out about the 3-pointers. There's like 4 players on the team that shoot under 300% of the whole like roster. So everybody else is above 300% from the 3-point line. So that's huge for them. So you're absolutely right. It's the team. It's Giddey, SGA. Chet is playing well. I will admit that.
They brought in the shooting coach from San Antonio, Chip England. I think is his name. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's Chip England's the shooting coach, and that's what you got to do to keep a team in Oklahoma City after you stole it from Seattle.
I mean, I wish the Bulls were doing things like that. I bet they don't even have a shooting coach.
Bro, the spirit of Jim Boylan won't allow it. It's like a ghost just that haunts the fucking practice facility.
No, but we have a manual time clock with a time card, and you have to come and punch in.
Bro.
Keeping it blue collar in Chicago.
Yeah, man.
You got to punch the card.
I love seeing Jimmy flourish in Miami. You know, I love seeing guys play for the Bulls and then go on and actually be successful for good franchises. The Jazz seem to be a good franchise all of a sudden with Lauri Markkanen getting some shine down there. Wendell Carter Jr. Before he got injured in Orlando, people were talking about him like he was one of the more underrated guys in the league. It's nice to know that there is talent in Chicago. We just can't do anything with it.
You just have it at the wrong time. That's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with you just have it at the wrong time.
I want to ask you, is it harder being the girl who never has bad taste, or is it harder being the girl who knows that her exes married like the next girl that they like date immediately after?
I don't think it's quite it's almost the second one, but it's it's like watching your friend. It's like it's happening to my friend or someone I care about. It's like Caleb dates girl after girl, and then immediately they go on and
Meet like the man of their
get
dreams.
married to the next one. And it's like, and let's say this happens during Caleb's infamous run of where he is on one, and you know that Caleb is just the most toxic individual. And I'll name him because we love Caleb, but we know how Caleb used to be. He's fucking insane. So it's like being friends with Caleb and watching all of the girls go on and get married or something. It's sad, but you get it. Like, you understand. Like, they're not marriage material. Like, Caleb's not marriage material. The Bulls aren't marriage material. You don't end up in Chicago to get married. You end up in Chicago because you're 7 days deep in a bender and you go outside and it's so bright you just have to go back in, and then you happen to run into Caleb, who is at the vending machine shaking it, and he's on day 7 also, and then you guys just bond. That's what it's like being a Bulls fan.
Damn,
that was quite vivid, that story.
You took me to a place.
That story has happened, but it wasn't Caleb. I have other friends who they have been known to knock over a vending machine or two if it takes their money.
Yeah. Well, if it takes your money, like, all bets are off. Like, it's, No,
I do not think $1.50 is worth that. But I've got one more bit of trivia for you guys before I forget it. So we are taping this Monday night, but before going into Monday's games. So everybody says you got to be top 10 in defense and top 10 in offense to be a real contender. So going into Monday night's games, there were 4 teams that qualified for that. What 4 teams were they?
The Nuggets.
Nope.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. Really? Wait. Bunk,
Oh,
is it their defense?
I'll go look and see what it was.
What about the T-Wolves?
They are not. They were close, but they were not.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Timberwolves are 14th in offense right now and 2nd in defense, and the Nuggets are. Oh no! Wait, damn it! It is the Nuggets. So there were 5. I misread their thing. I read their spread differential. Sorry,
yeah.
they're 10th in offense and 9th in defense.
The Rockets.
That's a good one.
Unless this updated already, but oh damn! It already updated.
Damn.
Wow.
So I don't know what they were at before, but yeah, they weren't going into tonight's games.
Who, the Rockets?
Nope, not the Rockets.
Celtics?
Yes, the Celtics are 1. They were 4th in offense and 1st in defense.
What
The
about
Pacers?
the Sixers? Oh, Pacers.
The Sixers were 1st in offense and 9th in defense. So those are the 2 ones I expected you guys to get. The other 2, one of them we just talked about. Do you think it's the Thunder or the Heat?
The Thunder. I go with Thunder.
Sean, do you think it's the Thunder or the Heat?
I'll go with the Heat on this one.
Well, Marcus is right. It's the Thunder. They were 6th in offense and 5th in defense. And the reason I brought this up, the New York Knicks, 9th in offense and 7th in defense. What the fuck is going on
Even
in
with
New York?
Even with Julius Randle being a negative, being on offense.
They've had the best offense over the last 2 weeks. I wonder if that's still the case. Yeah, they're still number 1 with 126 points per 100 possessions the last 2 weeks. Julius Randle was garbage the first 2 weeks, but apparently he's turned it around. I haven't been watching the Knicks, so I don't know.
You're like, I don't believe it. Skeptic. You're like allegations at best.
RJ Barrett's been playing very
but this
well.
sounds like bullshit. What, Sean?
RJ Barrett's been playing excellent for them. He's he's been picking
He
up
really
where
has.
Julius Randle's gen has been letting down. And, Canadians are pretty reliable that way, especially, coming off a great FIBA. He had an excellent FIBA with SGA. So, Knicks are just reaping the benefits so they can just drop the fucking lawsuit against the Raptors.
So I mentioned earlier that the Heat have 4 players shooting 40% or higher. So do the Knicks. Would you guys like to try and name them?
Quickly,
Nope.
Brunson,
He's at 35.
35. Damn.
Brunson and RJ.
Yep, both of them. Brunson's at 48. Barrett's at 47. And then 2 wing players.
Grimes.
Yep, Grimes, 40%. And then a new guy.
Is it DiVincenzo?
Yep, DiVincenzo.
Oh,
So
nice.
DiVincenzo, Grimes, Brunson, and Barrett are all above 40%.
Nice. That's awesome. Gotta love those stats.
I guess that's how they are 9th in offense on the season.
Where does Miami rank on offense, Trey?
They rank welcome to Miami. All the way down at 24th at 110 points per 100 possessions.
Sir. Yes, sir. Bottom
But
of
they are
the
12th in defense at 112.
Yes, sir. Makes sense. Perfect.
They're first in win differential, though.
Oh.
Tied with Milwaukee. So that's good.
Damn. We are on par with the Milwaukee team that is just figuring out how to click. Exciting.
Yeah, the East is going to get great. It's going to be a fantastic conference. We need to free Cade Cunningham now. I don't know
They're going
why
to find
they
some
tried.
shooting. They've got Duren. They've got Asir Thompson, who might be the best defensive wing prospect we've seen in forever. And then they've got Cade. They have 3 pieces, 1 at each spot. They've got point, wing, center. They got to be able to figure it out, right?
They'll figure it out.
You gotta stop trying to make Killian Hayes happen. That's the first step in that conquest.
So, I mean, we think that's just them trying to hold Jaden Ivey accountable on the defensive end, right? They're just saying, look, Ivey, this starting spot is yours if you just play defense. And he just won't do it.
He's like, please, please, you're hurting it. Until you not playing defense is literally killing our team. What is it?
And he's like, Coach, but look at these Jordan Poole highlights. Look at what this man is doing in Washington. I can be Jordan Poole.
Yeah, that's tough. I had higher hopes for Jaden Ivey.
Speaking of free Denny. Denny does not deserve this life.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Washington, just woof, absolute woof.
I love that though. I love the idea of Denny going to a contender because he's a wing create, like he's a creator. He's a big creator who just has a knack for knowing how to play. Like he's got that Euro knowledge of just how to be in the right place at the right time.
Absolutely, it's great to see. There's going to be a lot of good trade assets. I think he will be one of them. Hopefully, going to a contender. Would the Heat be interested in Denny, Marcus? How much would you love it if Denny went to Miami?
I mean, it's kind of hard for him to see a spot, considering that he's primarily at the small forward behind Jimmy, and then besides that's Jaime. I would need to see a little bit more off ball from him. For him, I would, like I said, this is my man, but I just don't. The fit's kind of hard.
What's the one team you don't want to see him go to?
You already know that is. Keep him the fuck away from Boston, please. Keep him the fuck.
What if Philadelphia got him?
I think that'd be really good for them. It would be like Furkan Korkmaz, but better.
Mm-hmm. absolutely. And Caleb would absolutely hate that.
Oh
So-
no. I think his defense is good enough that he fits in their scheme. He's another ball handler for them to have. Like I said, I want to
Levine
see.
is going there. No, we can't do this.
They need you to shut the fuck up.
Levine's going to Washington, all right? Let's just put him on Washington.
Guys, let's be real. Let's be real, bro. He's going to be the third musketeer in Atlanta.
Oh.
As long as he doesn't end the season a part of the Bulls, that's all that matters to me. I hope he has all the success in the world at his next stop. As long as it ain't fucking here.
Yeah, and we'll see tomorrow on the Lakers because they'll just try and make that happen. And you're going to
Vanderbilt.
be enjoying...
All I want is Vanderbilt.
That's a lot.
You can have tomorrow.
Russell.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot. You're asking for a lot. You want the Jared Vanderbilt?
Well,
I don't want
they're going to have to get something with money. Somebody with money.
Bro, you want the Jared Vanderbilt for the coldest to frozen, bro?
Yeah. LeBron has 2 years left. Good luck.
Sean, as the former owner of DeFrozen, would you give up Jared Vanderbilt for him?
If it could get me a title, I probably would. Especially LeBron James is thinking short term. Vanderbilt's not what you want to give up for DeMar, but if you've got LeBron and then you add DeMar, I think it's a smart trade.
Anything's possible.
How hurt is Vanderbilt?
What do you say?
How hurt is Vanderbilt? I'm trying to look it up now. A nagging heel issue.
A left heel bursitis.
Oof, that's tough.
So he's on his way back.
Yeah, but you need shooting in LA. You need somebody to take the reins to rest, especially during the regular season. You need to save LeBron for the playoffs. So I think
I'm looking at the assets that they have, like the people that are like Reddish isn't enough, Rui's not enough, Gabe Vincent's not enough. Like I'd rather just ship DeMar off for a first.
That'd be a pretty good haul for DeMar.
Yeah, Rui, Gabe Vincent, and what else? What was the last one? And Cam Reddish?
Oh, no, I was saying I wasn't interested in any of those.
No, but if you can get a first for DeMar, that's not too bad.
Well, that was what the market was last year, and that's what all of the Bulls talk and all of the national stuff I've read seems to be. They think it's a first or a single asset for DeRozan. You get one thing for DeRozan, and then Zach, hopefully two. And not even like high-end assets, just like decent to good. But if you can leverage the Lakers a little bit, maybe you can get a very good asset when you should only get a good asset.
Mm-hmm. You've got LeBron making decisions, so something hasty might happen. But
yeah, no. Don't you know that he loves being patient and waiting for players to hit their apex of potential? This is his favorite thing.
He never trades for people past their prime. Never, ever.
Bro, I will never forget when he decided to come back. Whenever he decided to come back, it was 2018, and like they had to pick. They picked Colin Sexton, and Colin Sexton's like literally like pleading to him. He's like, "Hey man, like we got a good thing going. We can start a great thing here." And he's like, "Get me the fuck out of here."
Oh man, that's hilarious. No, absolutely. It's let's get you to bed, Marcus. Let's get you to bed, Trey. You're looking pretty tired there. You know, picking up people from those Hornets games that take longer than they should. Didn't end on time. But
all right, sir. Well, it was a
find you on
pleasure.
Threads.
Yes, on Threads at Finally.
And yourself, Marcus, on Threads.
No, chill, Will. Sean, make a Threads account.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing all the people say I need to make a Threads account. It's the place to be. It's a lot better than that X.
You can join me and Trey of just liking each other's posts.
Sounds good. We'll trade some basketball highlights. You guys will probably bombard me with Chet Holmgren highlights. You've been a little quiet on Wemby. Huh. It's different. But yeah, we'll see.
I mean, do you want to go another 20 minutes? I can go another 20 on Wemby the Magnificent, if that's what you really want, Sean. What is it you called him again?
What do you mean? What did I call him?
I don't even remember. It was so hateful.
We'll have to.
It wasn't
we'll
Bol
have to
Bol. It was something even worse than Bol Bol.
Bol Bol was crazy. Okay, damn.
Was it the Beat? Did you call him Hashim the Beat?
No, I would never be that disrespectful.
Did you call him Greg Oden?
No, I don't think I didn't compare him to anybody. I didn't think he would last very long and that he would get injured. But no, I would never. Hashim to beat. That's a step too far to accuse me of that. That is rough, Trey. I am
all right. Well,
insulted.
we'll have to go figure it out. But all right, yeah. Find me on Threads at Final, and no chill will for Mr. Marcus, and Sean is gonna have to get on there.
I will, and I'll get on there. And once I do, I will correct any erroneous things that you have said, Trey. So have a good night, everybody, and let's go. Raptors for the first overall pick.